Hey, Pastor Konan here, and we're kicking off our Easter week devotional called Journey to the Cross. You know, the Jews in Jesus' day always believed the coming of the Messiah would overthrow the Romans and build an empire of their own. So when Jesus showed up and proclaimed to be the Messiah, the disciples expected him to rise to the top to become this powerful leader. But as we're going to see, truly knowing who Jesus is starts by letting go of who we think he should be. We're looking at Luke 22, verses 7 through 30, and we see Jesus. He's eating the Last Supper, and he's telling them how he's going to give his life, how he's pouring out his heart really to his disciples. Then a couple verses later, we read the disciples are arguing about who's the greatest among them. But it's amazing how Jesus responds to them in that moment. In fact, in the darkest time in Jesus' life, the disciples get the clearest picture of Jesus' character. Jesus, knowing death was very near, he didn't give the disciples a list of instructions for his burial or, hey, here's exactly what you need to do. Instead, in his last moments, he gives them a look inside of his heart. He says some things like, hey, you want to be first in my kingdom? You got to put others before yourself. You want to experience greatness? Then you need to embrace your weakness. You want to be like me? Jesus saying. He says you have to serve each other. He said you have to be humble, you have to be gentle, you have to be loving, because that's who Jesus is. In fact, Jesus' final thoughts for the disciples were not tactical, they were personal. And because when we know who Jesus is, we can see him no matter our circumstances. Jesus knew that darkness was coming for the disciples, just like it may be coming for us at times. And we can miss Jesus' presence if we're not expecting him to meet our expectations. But if we see him for who he really is, we'll experience his presence in a way that we never imagined. Let me ask you this question. What is one unexpected way Jesus has worked or is working in the dark times in your life? Think about it today.